I'm streaming. Just started. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum. Yum, bum, ba-dum. I'm streaming it on YouTube, so I mean it's gonna go straight there regardless, actually. Jam jam. I don't even know what I'm gonna get into, to be honest. No idea. I just gotta get ready here. Bum, 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 bum. I'm just gonna go wherever people bring it. If anybody shows up and wants to uh, why did it post it like that? The heck? There we go. Uh, 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 uh. Oh, excuse me. Okay. God, I just did so many things. Concord. We'll watch tomorrow. Loads of new updates to go through today. Yeah. I don't know what, I don't even know. Like, I gotta figure out where they are. Let's see, let's see. Where are they even posting it here? Video library? Not that. Social feed? I might as well just go to their Twitter, I suppose. Concord. Okay. This one. This one. Open this. Okay. You know I had Twitter? Well, yeah. Why is this so small? Open image in new tab. Oh, now it's massive. What do we got going on here? How's it going, Swifty? I got so many freaking tabs open, I don't even know. Looks like Fortnite Overwatch. Listen, what are you trying to say with that comment? Out of curiosity. What is your intent with such a comment? Actually curious. Okay. So, the UI is old Fortnite and the gameplay is Overwatch. So, but it's not though. So where are you deriving that information? Because the game does not play anything like Overwatch. You're just assuming based on what other people have said, or are you assuming based on what you've seen? I know you haven't played it, and I know you probably don't care to play it either, so that's fine. I know where you're coming from, but just to this is honestly is important information based off of what I've played. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so it plays like Halo and or Destiny and like Call of Duty. Those are the three most similar comparisons I can make to it. So it's not Fortnite or Overwatch. To be honest, what do we got here? 6 modes and 12 maps. See, I'm already like, I was in the Discord earlier talking to people, and I don't know like where people's heads are at in terms of what they expect from multiplayer games at this point. I really don't um, know about the expectations. Com board? Why is that nice? I know you're trying to be funny, mister. Explain yourself. I know you didn't play it. It feels great. Expect them to have $20 skins and battle passes. Well, yes. I I know that. That I don't get yeah. That whole aspect of it is very frustrating. Now like the it's I'm the only reason you've heard of this game. That's fair enough. I mean, it's very like unless you were into PlayStation specifically, you probably wouldn't have a reason to know about it outside of that. Um, I mean, yeah, it's a it's a bad sign in like such a weird way. This is like one of the weirdest experiences I've had on lead up to a game in a long time. And it's very interesting to me because I just feel like people are uh I don't know. I feel like people's desires from games is really shifting into territory that I don't think is good. Um and like the problem with this game, well, yes, Swifty, but I guess the problem I have with the way that people are treating this game is that there's so many different angles that people are choosing to like dislike it from that it's hard to figure out what part of it is even like reasonable or fair or the actual reasoning. Like it's not like there's one aspect to this that people are honing in on and being like, this, I don't like this. That is the case, but the problem is that there's like five different, completely different kinds of people that all have a separate issue. And I don't like, I know it's very obvious which issues are like kind of silly, but it's not clear where like the fair points are being made, and I feel like it's very easy to get lost in that. I need to edit this to make sure that it knows I'm streaming Concord on YouTube. Can I just upload a random ass thumbnail? I never considered like I don't know how you do that when you're doing a stream on YouTube, how you add a thumbnail beforehand, you know? Can I just like grab an asset that I downloaded of some random picture of Concord? I don't know if it'll work if it's not the right aspect ratio. And I can't find one. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Damn. Give me one moment. I want to fix this because it's like not producing any sort of legitimate thumbnail. It's just like putting my my banner on it. How do I not have a picture? Where is the pictures? Where are the pictures? I know I downloaded pictures of Concord. One moment. One moment. I'm about to put a random, completely unrelated picture up. That wouldn't be very smart. I might as well leave it the way it is if I'm going to do that. Well, Photoshop. Do I have anything here? No, I don't think so. All right, well, guess I got nothing. Still, I feel like it's weird that I have to go in here after the fact and then add what game I'm streaming. Why is that? Maybe it's because I'm using Restream, I don't know. Okay, whatever. Sorry, I completely got distracted there. All right, I'm back. Okay, off topic. Did you see a DK got the winners finals in a Melee Super Major this weekend? I did not. That's pretty awesome and wild. There's a way to, but I think you can only do it in the schedule beforehand. For the stream, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense, but I also don't know how a scheduled stream, how you would even set up a scheduled stream. Anyways, so okay, here's the thing that's going on with Concord is that I just don't know. So like, if somebody points out that they don't like them, that it costs money, it's like, okay, there's some sort of validity there that like you don't want to pay for the game because other games that are similar in scope and in what they offer you don't cost money. So like there's some sort of reason in there. I do disagree with it. And I don't think the game should be required to not cost money. That's kind of ridiculous to me. But at least there's like some point of reason there. And there's also like some point of reason. Hello, Cody. How's it going? There's some point of reason if people are like really big PlayStation fans and they don't want multiplayer games from Sony, like that's fine. But also at the same time, it's like obviously they have so many studios now. Obviously, they have the resources to produce plenty of single player games while also making a couple multiplayer games. Like that's such a silly way to go at it. Anyways, so my point is that like what Max was saying about it's a bad sign that you haven't heard of it and it's not really getting like enough word of mouth. It's like I don't really know how to solve that because too many people have like already made up their mind. Again, for like some valid reasons, some completely invalid. And it's kind of hard to get out of that without just like hammering people over the head with cool stuff, which we'll see if they're able to do. We'll see if enough people like are interested in the game. The problem is, again, another thing is like multiplayer games now are so centered around, or it seems to be that like the longevity of a game is so centered around online personalities and stuff. You like my newest video? Most people seem to not like my newest video. I gotta say that. It, my last video got one comment on it, and it has 8 thumbs up on the comment, which was like, I disagree. That's basically the oh my god, my headset died. Are you serious? Oh yeah, that's the second last one. My last one, I just made one about early access and Hades 2. People did not seem to take to that video very well. I'm just spewing the truth. I'm just spewing it. Anyways, uh, okay. Well, I don't want to focus too much on people's negativity with this. So, hello, Macho. You must be Macho on the Discord, perhaps. Welcome. Yeah, let's talk about what's actually on the screen. How about that? Sounds like a good idea. Never bought early access. I have no opinion. Fair enough. You don't really have to, you got the 30-second ads. Jeez. You don't really have to have bought early access to know what it is. Basically, the whole point of the video is that, like, I don't like early access because it forces people to get into it, or else. It's basically like, you better get into early access or else you are going to be prone to having things spoiled for you. And you can't be, you're like going to be behind in conversation. Which, if you don't care about any of that and you don't go on the internet ever, then that's fine. But I feel like the type of person that would like early access would be that person. So I don't really understand it. Working on some art. Awesome. Art is awesome. Like drawing art. All right. Well, welcome, Macho. The roadmap needed to be less vague. Okay, what do you mean by that? Is this all the information that they've produced is just this picture? I haven't looked into whether or not they elaborated on anything. They should have said if the new game modes were competitive or casual, what role the new free gunners are, and talked about system-related stuff. But do you really want that much information? Like, so, okay, here's my whole thing about this. I've always been, like, a little bit confused with people's obsession over knowing what is, like, what a company intends to do over the foreseeable future. Like, I prefer that it be vague because then that leaves room for surprise and excitement when something actually is introduced. I would literally prefer to not know any of this. Just be like, we're going to do something at this point and we're going to do something at this point. That's where I'm coming from. I don't want to know anything because I would literally prefer that they just randomly drop it in the game with no lead up whatsoever. And the first time that I discover any information is because it shows up on my screen when I start the game. I'm disappointed when I learn something on the internet before I just discover it myself, to be honest. It's so much more interesting when something is just like thrust upon you and you didn't see it coming. But I seem to be in the minority on that. For some reason, it seems to be the norm that everyone wants to know everything that's coming up. Like, I understand wanting something to look forward to in a way, like that aspect makes more sense. I guess, okay, so what you're saying is they need more info because they're on the back foot, if that makes sense. They need to give more incentives. I guess, but again, like, again, to me, that's like, it's frustrating because to me, what that says is that it's important to cater to people that are like, uh, oh God, not needy. I don't know if needy is the right word. I don't want it to sound that like negative. I guess the way I look at stuff like this is if you are or aren't going to be a fan, you already have decided that. Like, I don't really see what it is that, for the most part, that is going to sway people in a different direction at this point. Like, saying that you're going to introduce more stuff, like, I don't know why that matters. Like, the game is, even with just what we experienced in the beta, like to me, that's a fully fleshed out, fully playable, great game. And if you played that and you decided that it's not for you, like as long as you played it for a decent amount of time, I mean, that's fine. Not everything is going to be for everyone. If you didn't play it, well, then like I don't really care what you have to say about it. Um, like this is cool, but this has no like people that are already into it. I don't really see how this is going to like matter. Like you knew they were going to update the game. Like what do you think they were going to do? And at what rate did you expect? If you expected more, like more than this, quicker, like every 3 months, that's pretty. That's a pretty fast amount of time to be like adding stuff. Like I I feel like a problem with conversations like this is that people are coming from situations or games like Fortnite that I haven't followed Fortnite in a long time. I never really followed it. I played it for like a couple, like a few weeks when it first launched, and then like I went back to it when the zero build thing happened for a little bit. But like I don't really care about it. But people that are coming from that or something else that has like a massive player base to the point where it has like a very consistent, very large revenue stream coming in to the point where they feel comfortable enough constantly releasing new things. If you're coming from a situation like that and then you're going into this which is an unknown, they don't know how successful it's going to be. They don't know how hard they should be committing to it and how like frequently they can afford to be updating it based on however many people that work at the company or like whatever. I feel like it's kind of silly to expect anything more than this. Like and my own perspective is I don't expect anything like games don't have to be updated for me to be interested in them. Either I like the game or I don't. So, like balancing and stuff, like you want to fix stuff if there's stuff that is wrong. That's fair. And it's nice to have things added. It's like bonuses. But my problem lies in people's expectations. I can enjoy that they're adding things, but the second that I like am almost like taking a demanding tone, that's where I find a little bit iffy. Bigger problem is how their philosophy on the future of the game in the blog was a bit of a nothing burger. I was hoping they'd go more into how their in-game shop is going to work instead of just saying it'll come in season 1 and be cosmetic only. Basically, if they have the premium currency, that'd be a big oof. I guess I should look. What is it on the PlayStation blog? I should probably read that. Oh, okay. There's a decent amount of stuff here. Alrighty. Is this showing up properly? Can zoom in a little bit more. There we go. All right. Concord's launch next week. I want to take a moment. Da-da, da-da, da-da. The base game is a foundation for us to build upon over time through systems that will expand the universe, introduce new ways to play and master each character, give you hundreds of unique rewards to earn and unlock, and narratives to unfold week after week. Alongside seasonal updates that will introduce new characters, new maps and worlds. New maps and worlds. Okay. New modes, new stories, new features, and more. Yeah, that the way that is worded is definitely vague, but like intentionally vague. I don't know. I don't mind vague, but I guess I know what you mean. I know what you're saying is that like there are people that are on the fence, and it's like those people that you want to win over, I guess. You're not going to reach the people that are being stupid and being like, this game's shit. Like, obviously, they're lost cause and whatever. That's like, the funny thing is, though, like, people showing their true colors of like how negative and like hateful they are being towards this game and the developers and anybody who likes this game is so laughably like sad that I'm like, wow, I'm glad that like I'm not gonna have to play this game with you. Like, man, I don't want to like end up on your team at some point. You're kind of a piece of shit. So um that's kind of nice to know that those people aren't going to be involved. I feel like Concord needs to fight the insane hate with reasons to not hate the game. Yeah, but the thing is that I don't think like there's so many like there's reasonable people that are on the fence about this game. And it would probably like I am almost in that camp where like I'm not like super in love with this game or anything. I like it and I want to play it. And it's cool that PlayStation is supporting a multiplayer only game. Actually, well, it actually might not be multiplayer only. I don't know. We'll see about that. There was like posts about there being something in credits or something that had to do with something that might not be multiplayer. But at this point, I feel like they would have pointed that out if that was the case. Whatever it is. Even if it's not like an actual straight up campaign or whatever, but like something against enemies and not people. But I don't know. I think they would have went out of the way to point that out at this point. Hello, Adam. Hey, hey, hey. So what I said about the hate is 100%, but the power of public opinion, or in this case, perceived public opinion, is insane. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing, is that it's not like this. Perceived public opinion is really pretty accurate because it's like it's just that the people that are voicing the negativity are just so loud that you can't hear the people that don't feel like that, or there's just a lot of people that are indifferent, and indifferent people aren't going to like voice their opinion. I feel like I'm somewhat close to an indifferent person, and that's why I'm trying to like talk about this game a lot, because I'm not coming at this being like this is the best thing ever and I love everything about it and I love all the characters and I love the way that they're rolling this out. I'm not even remotely saying that. I'm just like being like, you're being completely unfair, and everyone is just like, for some reason it just became entertainment to everybody to like beat up on this thing. Which, like, this is kind of what happened with what Suicide Squad killed the Justice League, which I have no interest in. But so I'm speaking more of an outside perspective than I am on this, because I actually played this and like it. But it's similar to that, where this is getting like lumped into that exact same hate train. It's just continuing into this, and it's like, but wait. You can't just do that to any multiplayer game that comes out now that costs money and that has any sort of like remotely progressive slant in it. Like, it's such a I don't even know. Like, there's no nuance there, because again, it comes back to like the second this game was revealed, people were already like, all right, let's continue the hate train to this one. And I'm like, wait a minute. You haven't played this. You don't know anything about this. You're just making so many assumptions. immediately, calling it an Overwatch clone and such. And it's not even remotely Overwatch. It's definitely a loud minority, but the rise of approaching everything with negativity in modern online culture, plus how little people from their own opinion form their own opinion, think critically, it does a ton of damage. Yeah, well, yeah, it's really frustrating because you can't you can't verify who's being valid in their with their opinion is a major issue. Just in general is a major issue. But this game is definitely a prime example of that because you can't tell who hasn't played the game. Everyone's gonna say they did, or people are gonna be like, "No, it's trash. Why would I play it?" And like, that's like the funniest comment you could possibly make about something. You're literally admitting that there's no validity to your opinion. In your opinion. It's so funny. Oh my God. I want to just like laugh it off, but the problem is that it for some reason has become the main uh like the primary outward notoriety of this game is just like people that know nothing about it are just assuming that it's bad. That's the problem here. Because people are just being so outwardly annoying that somebody who's not paying attention and casually sees something, it's more likely that they're going to see something negative. This game has been very eye-opening to me in terms of like how I view uh the opinion, or like how I view how the internet like conveys information in general, or how you form opinions based on other opinions. What I'm saying is exactly what you mean. New eyes see aggressive negativity and turns them away. Well, the thing is, like, I don't know how, but how do you can't do anything about that because again, I keep coming back to the thing where it's like, what there's you would have to make so many different like social media campaigns or whatever it is that you want to call it. You'd have to have so many different angles to tackle so many different ways that people are throwing shit at this game because it's not like there's any sort of coordinated effort. I saw somebody in the Discord earlier say that there's a coordinated like um effort to, I don't remember what it was. I'd have to scroll way up. Like some sort of coordinated hate aimed at this game, and it's completely uncoordinated to me. But the thing is, I don't know what it is that they could do to market this because it's like no matter what you do, it seems like people are just going to be annoying. Obviously, it doesn't matter what the game is or like how the game plays because that's really great and that's not mattering, which is what's annoying me the most because like that's what matters the most. The thing that matters the most is very good, and the things that don't matter as much might have some issues here and there. And then things that don't matter at all are getting the most negative attention. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's not teaching nobody's learning anything from this experience. The only thing you can learn from this is like, I don't even know. I don't know how you, as Firewalk, dig yourself out of this nonsense. Honestly, you know what? Honestly, what I would do if I was there and somehow had influence, I would be like, aggressively going directly after the people that are shitting on the game. Like fourth wall breaking, like shit talking straight up. I think that would be hilarious. Like go out of your way to make fun of the people who don't know what they're talking about. Just embrace it. Embrace that you're all of a sudden you're the villain for some reason because people are making you the villain. So just become the villain. I think that that would be hilarious. Destiny 2 PvP audience could be a gold mine. It's been what they've been wanting for years. I could see that. I have very little experience with Destiny. I played Destiny 1 for like a few weeks when it came out and then never touched it again and never played Destiny 2. So I know what it played like kind of in the first place. Um, but that's about it. But I could see that because obviously the game um is being heavily compared to Destiny, and there's good reason for that. It's just yeah, I don't know how else you deal with like the conversations and the accusations and such because you'd really have to target like vastly different audiences and realize which audience is not worth targeting unless again you're going to do what I said and be like hyper aggressive which I think honestly would be hilarious. I would love that. um it's almost like because the negativity is so broad, promote what makes the game different. Well, the thing is, what I think they are trying to do that, but I think that it doesn't. I think that what Firewalk thinks makes the game different and does make the game different is not like being perceived as interesting enough. It's not interesting to me. I'll just straight like I don't care about um the vignettes or any of that or any of the story implementation. But what I do know is that other people do care about that, and I do know that when it was revealed that that would be a part of this game, people were excited, and it seems like after seeing some of the first few, people are no longer excited. And I'm saying people as a very general, vague thing, obviously. I'm sure there's plenty of people that are enjoying them. I actually want to watch the recent one. People are saying that it's the best one so far. I have not watched it yet. Well, this is not the same thing as the vignettes. This is a another animation, but I haven't watched it. I almost think that they're focusing on marketing the narrative more than gameplay. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, but yeah. But the thing is, to me, like that is what's you're saying market what's different. What is different about this game is that to me what's different about this game is the narrative thing, which I personally don't care about. And obviously is either neutral or putting people off in general based on the response. So I don't think that that's necessarily going the way that they want it to. So I almost think that that is what is different about this game might be hurting it. To me, what's why I like the game is because it feels better than things that are similar to it. And it's just, that's it. Like, and it feels like premium and it costs money. Like, that is why I like it. Because you can feel the the animation is great. It feels great to move. It feels great to shoot. It looks great. It runs great. Like that is why it's good. And those are not what make the game different. Like I don't think the game is super unique outside of the crew system, which I like it, but a lot of people don't like that. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how long I can stay on topic here. It depends on it if other people like want to jump in or anything to add to conversation. But I appreciate you coming through, Macho. Feel free to follow if you want to come back sometime. If you want to come back later, I will be streaming for a few hours. I don't know if I'll still be on the same topic. Um, but I don't really know if they should. The uniqueness comes from how it draws different. Yeah, well, that's I agree. Like it's unique overall as a package, but I don't think that's a marketable uniqueness. Like I don't think what's unique about it is that it's a little bit Call of Duty, a little bit Halo, a little bit Destiny, a little bit Overwatch, but you can't market that. I think that's the problem. And that's not something that's different or unique enough for people to be like, "Oh, that's so cool." It's just like, "Oh." And I don't think that is drawing enough people in, and that just kind of sucks because like I've always championed games being iterative and not always innovative. Like something doesn't need to be vastly different for it to be interesting, and I don't get why people like thrust that on games as an insult, as if that is all that matters. Is how different is this game? I'll play it if it's different enough. It's like what do you mean? What if it's just really good at what it does and it has a lot of similarities to things that you already like? I don't get what the problem with that is. I'm going to continue reading this. From the beginning, we wanted Concord to be a complete experience where all core content is available to you on day one and moving forward, not gated behind paid expansions or a battle pass. We take your investment in the game seriously and want to ensure that we bring all players along for the journey. First major content drop will arrive in October with the launch of Concord Season 1, The Tempest. Season 1 will mark the introduction of a brand new playable free gunner, as well as a brand new map, new free gunner variants, more earnable cosmetics and rewards, and a new season of weekly cinematic vignettes that will continue the story of the North Star crew. So I don't get how that works necessarily, a new season of weekly cinematic vignettes. So why? But are they going to be weekly all the way leading up into that? Like, is there going to be 2 full months of weekly vignettes, and then I wonder what marks like a new season. Does it everything completely change? In terms of like story stuff, usually a new season would come like a while after the last season ended, not directly running into it. So that's kind of interesting. Who knows? Oh, we got some gifts. Oh, what? What's going on here? Oh, these are the oh, hold on. Oh, I didn't realize. Okay. Interesting. Like stuff like this is interesting to me. Like obviously I would use different stuff. I like it. But when people mark visual customization as like the reason to play a game or continue playing a game, that's something that does not make sense to me at all. Like the lack of this should have no barrier, like should have no effect on whether or not you want to keep playing the game. Oh my god, I can't speak. Like if you're gonna stop playing a game because a new color of a coat is not added to the game the next week, like you don't like the game. It's weird. Oh, what the heck was that one? Was there like intestines coming out? Something. Interesting. Ooh, that one's cool. I like that red one. Sassy. Cool. These are sick. Yeah, they're pretty nice. Oh, nice. This little purple. Oh, we got the earrings. His hat's pretty, his hat is also pretty sassy. Oh my God, he had like a giant pink beard. What was that? Oh boy. That was a little scary. All right. It's my main man. Okay, good. We can get rid of his weird red face. What is that second one? Oh wait, can I pause it? Guess I could just do this, huh? That one's kind of neat. It kind of blends. I like it better when when his head is not clashing with the rest of his body. I do find that I don't like that design for him. I like this better. I don't like this color specifically. It's like very army. But I don't like when his head's a different, vastly different color either. I feel like it makes him look a little weird. Cool. All right. Oh, show all. Oh shit. No, 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 don't do that. Getting a little out of hand here. All right, so yeah, so this is this is where it gets a little funky, huh? I can see what he was saying about just being vague. With season 1, we'll be introducing an in-game store. Stop playing. For those looking to personalize their free gunners further with additional customization items and continue to support the game, these will supplement the hundreds of rewards earnable through progression and will be solely cosmetic optional and have no gameplay. Okay. But see, I don't like that. See, I don't know how to I don't know how to feel about that. Hard at work on future seasons, begin with season 2 launching in January 2025 and more seasonal drops throughout year 1 of Concord. Can't wait to fully unpack what we have in store for season 1 ahead of its launch in October. When we first formed Firewalk, we thought a lot about the type of game that we wanted to make and what we could add to the multiplayer FPS genre. We knew we had to focus on the fundamentals that can make an FPS game great: precise, responsive gunplay and fast, fluid mobility. Those qualities had to be the bedrock of everything. Okay, well, there you go. See, that is what I agree is the most important. And they did do that. That's part of my frustrations with the response to this game. We also wanted the special spice provided by character abilities beyond the impact their abilities, roles, and kits could have in moment-to-moment combat. We saw exciting opportunities to add strategic layers to how and when you choose to deploy them. In effect, we wanted to infuse the theory crafting of a deck builder. Oh, whoa. With a PvP first-person shooter, this became the root of our crew builder system. Wow, they really dropped the term deck builder, huh? Maybe that's why I secretly like this game. They snuck. Huh. I never really thought of it like that, but I guess that makes sense. Because if you're like choosing your characters in an intentionally like layering them in a specific order so that you use certain things first and then like move on to other characters as you go about the match. That is like drawing new cards out of a deck. That's kind of interesting. Not not how I would have like um described it myself without thinking about it or without being told that that was an aspect of it. But now that I see it said like that, that is interesting. Crew Builder allows you to create custom crews of free gunners that bring you to a match. Every custom crew offers 12 configurable slots. Right. Um, is there anything new here? Incentivizes you to populate your custom crews with characters of different roles. Unlike traditional archetypes like tank or support, each free gunner in Concord is meant to deliver high DPS and can be effective in a gunfight. That is also interesting. That is true. That is definitely a difference compared to other what people call hero shooters, which makes it feel like that's not necessarily the angle they're going for. Hmm. 1 p.m., huh? Do I work that day? I don't. Hmm. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, I might as well watch the thing here. I've not watched this. Oh, Bio Badger. What do you think this game's chances are burning slowly after launch with good word of mouth? Welcome to the stream, Bio Badger. Um, I don't know. I'm a little bit worried. Uh, I don't think it's necessarily high. Um, if I'm being perfectly honest. Just because there's so many people that completely refuse to give this game a chance. A lot of the people that would kind of be the target audience for a game like this have already made up their minds. Some of their minds made up for good reasons, most of their minds made up for frankly bad reasons or like lack of experience actually playing it. There's so many angles. I'm a little worried. I want to say that there's a decent chance for that to happen, but the problem is that something like that is what would have happened during the beta. Because to me, like the beta was like that was a full ass game, like that was the whole game, and it was great. And if people are genuinely not going to show interest or be willing to be positive towards it, then when the game when it's free for people to try, like that tends to make me feel like uh that there's reason to be concerned. Like, there's just a lot of people whose minds are not going to be changed. And then also, there's a lot of people that are like passively not even really a part of conversations regarding this game that are going to be put off. And I don't think that the people enjoying the game are like loud or passionate enough about it to like counter the passion of the negativity, unfortunately. Like, I just really think it's outweighed, and it's really annoying because it's not fair. And like, I feel like this game for some reason has become the example that people are trying to like uh wage war against like various different aspects of video games, like wage war against multiplayer games, or like PlayStation doing a multiplayer game, or like there being pronouns in a game, or waging war against like uh a multiplayer game costing money, or just it feels like everyone's opinion about this has like ulterior motives. Like it really has nothing to do with the game. They're just being hateful or negative because they can. And like this has become the center of so many different issues unfairly that like I don't know how you word of mouth yourself out of that. I was saying earlier to Macho on Twitch, I was saying like honestly at this point I would just go hyper aggressive and like try to directly counter people that are being hyper negative and like uh start poking fun at them, like go back at them and really make fun of the situation. I don't know. Because if you're trying to like drum up personalities of these characters, like have these characters with obviously the Marvel influence and stuff is here. So like have these characters break fourth wall and like post a video of one of these characters like addressing negativity directly, like at the camera. Like I just feel like that would be so funny. And like the fact that they would have the fortitude to like do that, that's how you get yourself out of the situation and get good word of mouth to me, because it's so ridiculous. Like obviously there's that can backfire if it's not done right, obviously. But I do think if you want good word of mouth, like you have to the people who like the game have to be really passionate about liking it. And like there are some people that are definitely passionate about this that like it. Uh but like I like this game and I'm like trying to spread good word of mouth. But I'm also not like I'm not like a super fan of the game. I'm just like I like it and I think it's great. But there's parts of it that I don't like. So like I'm trying to give some sort of balanced view of it, which I mean that is good word of mouth, but that's not like utter glowing praise, which is what you need to drown out utter despair basically on the other side. So I don't really know. I don't know how that side wins without going over the top, which to me there isn't an equivalent amount of positivity that you can thrust at this game because of how negative the other side is. Like yeah, I don't think you combat that with words. Um, how do you feel about it, Bio Badger? Does anything I'm saying make any sense? Do you feel similarly? I want to watch this because I've not watched it. Apparently it's pretty cool.
You certain about this?
The guild commander will arrive in 3, 2.
I still think we should take him out.
That is not part of the job.
He's the only one with access to the guild computer. Without him, we can't access the data.
And with no data, there is no payday.
But he stands for everything unjust in the wilds. It just doesn't seem right to let him walk.
Time to move.
Next. Boogeyman! Oh, you know it, Boogeyman. Is this this bad boy? I love this headset. Thanks for the follow, Boogeyman. Did you get here from the Discord? I've seen your name before, but I don't know where or why. Next. Oh, shit, what was that? G. Exahol, thank you for the follow. Hey, I've seen you on the Concord Discord. Boogeyman, what brings you to the stream? Are you curious about Concord at all, or what? How you feeling? I'm gonna keep watching this real quick.
Duchess, hold up.
What for?
Them. Silly organics.
What is this?
Slow them down.
I can, but not for long.
So let's hurry.
Can I just like... Okay, that was... It's quite the pause. Okay, like... I feel like the stupidity of the response to this game is summed up by... Literally, you'll see comments, probably down here. Is it one of the comments? Yeah. I always wanted to play as an 80-year-old grandma in video games. Like, what is wrong with that? Why is that? How is that not interesting? Why are you using this like it's a negative? That's interesting. What do you mean? Like, give me another 35-year-old somewhat bald dude. Like, I don't get it. Angry grandma engaged. Like, whenever I play an RPG and you can pick what kind of character you use, I usually play as a girl with orange hair, and then I name her Daisy. All right, you're not gonna stop me from doing that. It's more interesting. Why do you always just only play as a guy like that? Who cares, man? My brain says there's a Joe Biden wins the presidency shot of doing so. Your heart wants it to do well. I do. Cody knows I do. Cody knows I do. All right, Bio Badger, what did you say here? Oh yeah, sadly I feel the same. I think it's strange that, like so often, internet hate brigades are about how a game is under-delivering Cyberpunk at launch, No Man's Sky, but this game is not that. I know! That's what I'm saying! This game has become like people are trying to make an example of this, and it's not even an example of what people are mad about. Like, this is an example of doing things differently in an interesting way, and doing things in a more refined way that isn't different. There's multiple different aspects here that make this game more interesting than things that it is or isn't like. But it's being used as an example of the way to do it wrong. And I'm like, no! It's like a cry wolf situation. It's like, now I don't believe anything you say, internet. Why should I trust anything when you're gonna cover this game in hatred when it's really good? Like, you don't know what you're talking about. It boggles my mind that the gaming landscape has changed so much that this is considered a bad product. Yeah, and like, freaking, I don't want to like mindlessly go after other things, but there's obviously so many games that are like underwhelming in so many ways that are extremely successful. Like, come on. People are still playing games that are freaking 20 years old. Like, move on. Try something new, maybe. Or like... Or just like completely uninspired, uninteresting games will come out and be wildly successful. And I'm just like, really? Why are we doing this? I'm trying to think of a recent example that's actually a good example for what I'm saying. I don't think Fortnite is a good example of what I'm saying because it actually is a good game. It doesn't have any reason to be as popular as it is, but it's at the very least a good game. Hi-Fi Rush. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you saying? No, I'm saying... Oh, hold on. You don't know what I'm saying. Unless you're about to say some wild shit. Hi-Fi Rush is one of the best games ever made. What I'm saying is recent games that have come out that are... The First Descendant. Yes, BioBadger. Not the Dependent. First Descendant. Game is clearly just, like, baiting people. Yeah, I'm more so talking about, like, games that come out that are clearly mediocre and uninspired. Oh, Pow World. Oh my god. Perfect example of what I'm saying. Pow World is not good. I went out of my way to play it, even though I knew it wasn't good. I could tell that it wasn't good, but I wanted to be certain, so I played it for like however long I played it for. It is not good. And people were going crazy over that just because it like has things that are clearly ripping off Pokemon in it and you can shoot them. Like, it's not a good game though. And it exploded in popularity. And then something like this gets buried. And it's like, come on, man. Like, we're going backwards now. At first, people were rightfully complaining about, like, you had to buy online passes back on the PS3, and then you had to, there was loot boxes, and people were getting fed up with those, and now and then battle passes started happening, and people were pissed off at those, and now all of a sudden it's like, if this game doesn't have a battle pass, I'm not playing it. If I can't earn new things every 2 minutes, the game sucks. Like, jeez. What do you mean? Worried it's gonna be an Order 1886 situation. Looks amazing, plays well, but visuals aren't the best. But have you played this at all, Boogeyman? Did you play the beta? I don't know. I don't know if this is comparable to Order. It's kind of hard to compare to something that's strictly a single player game compared to a strictly multiplayer game. We've been boiling frogged? What? Boiling frogs into accepting predatory patterns? I mean, I've been against predatory patterns this whole time. It's slowly... Oh, I see, I see. Yeah. Yeah, it's like a slippery slope. Yes, that's another way of putting it. The frog is boiling. It is. It really is. Like something bad comes out and then people are annoyed. Oh no, here we go. Here we go. The game sucks because it's a woke mess. Oh no. Oh jeez. Did I miss? Hold on, I might have missed. Can I? Oh god, why is this not? Oh, why do I have to scroll down? Smoking hot take. I don't wanna. I don't. Oh no. Okay, I thought I missed something BioBadger said, but I did not. The modern day gamer enjoys the sauna. Yeah. BE, you realize that has no That has nothing to do with the game, right? Okay. She seems to be barking a lot, huh? She's getting excited. Did she eat? Okay.
She went to pee outside.
All right. Nice. Oh God, where was I? Um, good is subjective, but at the same time, you can see when things are like really rough around the edges, and sometimes that doesn't matter necessarily, but sometimes it definitely um, impacts the game. And the opposite is also true. When you play Concord, you can feel that it's the opposite of that. It is like smooth around every edge. And that's why it's so interesting to me. Because games don't like you can feel like the PlayStation the extra sheen from PlayStation, I guess, which like is not always that important to me, obviously, at all. I can enjoy games that don't have polish like that whatsoever. One of my favorite games ever that I still continues to play is Slay the Spire, and it's rough around the edges in some ways, in the way that it looks, but it doesn't really matter. Um, BioBadger. Every single multiplayer game has a lot of great diversity. Apex, Overwatch. This game is literally no different than every other shooter. I think okay, so okay, I'm not validating what this BE person is saying. Oh, this game sucks because it's a woke mess. First of all, anybody who uses that term like is immediately throwing their like the validity of their opinion like straight out the window. Uh because it's just a joke. If you're gonna try to like boil down something to that word and fling it as an insult, you might have some issues. So but I will say that there is I think I posted this in the Concord Discord earlier. I think that this game does try too hard to push the um like quirky fully diverse uh different cast of characters a little bit too hard to the point where it's like very noticeable, and obviously people are noticing it. I don't like really care either way. um I think that is important for that stuff to exist, for like a diversity of the cast of characters, obviously, and that's great. Like there's a good base layer to that. um but I do think that it's a little bit relied a little bit too heavily in this. I'm gonna lose, oh god, I'm gonna lose track of the chat. um Using Siri. Outdoor walk at your kid's soccer practice. Damn, that's a commitment. Commitment to the stream. Appreciate that. I'm gonna totally lose track. There's too many different topics being touched on here. I think this game does uniquely feel like there's obviously a reason to people magnetizing their hate towards this game specifically for the cast of characters in this game specifically. Like it's not, I don't think that it's completely out of nowhere, and See, that's BE. You're just totally losing. Like, the problem is when people take the argument you're taking, you go so far past the point of making a point that you stop making a point and you just look stupid. Like, just don't do that. Why don't you just like make your point? You have a point in there, but then you just like make it angry and like hateful. And then all of a sudden, like, I don't care about what you're saying. It's so funny. Anyways, okay, I'm losing let me go back here. Let me just read what I'm missing and then see if I can catch up on what I'm trying to say. Wokeness absolutely affects media for the worse because it makes the focus of development making a political statement that is unrelated to making the media entertaining. Okay, there is some layer of truth in there, but the problem comes when people now hyper focus on anything that is remotely what these kind of people are going to deem as that word, and then point it out and like make it their entire personality is talking about that. Like, then anytime you mention anything on that topic, it doesn't matter what you say because that's just what you call everything. That's all you do is do that. So I don't care. You're not making a point. The game is great. It plays great. It runs great. It looks great. It feels great. It sounds great. That's the baseline. It's a fun game. Obviously, they have the studio as a whole made a decision that is something that they care to put up front and show the pronouns of the characters. Literally 100% does not affect the game whatsoever. I don't display my pronouns. I don't think that I should need to do that. I am not that person. I'm not disparaging that person from being that person. They can do that. That's great. People can do that. But like, the idea that like me seeing someone else's displaying pronouns like is going to upset me is wild. I'd agree with you if there wasn't a bunch of things that could be considered woke just stuffed away in that how to play section and the like. You really have to seek it out. I mean, that's true. I could see what you're saying there, Exahol. Like, a lot of the yeah, they're not going out of their way to like display it as a political message like is being touted here. Problem is it tries to appeal to a scattershot of personalities and identities. The problem is when you try to please everybody, you end up pleasing nobody. That is true. It's not always true. Compared to how certain Overwatch characters get released, Concord is a lot less on the nose on a bunch of things. I can't really comment on how Overwatch has been recently. I've not played it since the first month or so of its release, the original. What's the point of the pronouns on the selection screen? Just tells you the priorities of the developer. The priorities. Yes, that was a... But saying that is a priority is equal to saying like the intentional removal of it is also a priority. Like it's such an insignificant thing. That's something that like either doesn't matter to people, me, or it's something that somebody that is playing it likes to see. It doesn't make any sense to be a person who that is genuinely going to upset you. That take doesn't make any sense. You can either not care or care. But if you care, if you're caring in a negative way, like what are you doing? I just don't get it. Heat on a game works both ways. Think about the backlash that Metal Gear Solid 2 got when players realized the switch. The fact that the game was good plus got a ton of coverage equals it stay relevant. That is, yeah. I mean, I obviously wasn't involved in video games really when that happened, but I know that the bait and switch or Raiden was a big deal. I didn't play Metal Gear Solid 2 until 2012-ish when it came out on the PS3 collection. At the end of the day, I couldn't care less if you don't agree with me or call me silly or hateful or whatever. This game will die just like all of these woke shows and movies die. Dude, okay, so this is the problem. This is the problem. This is one of the biggest problems here, is that, like, this is one angle that this game that there's negativity being put on this game. And, like, it's a part of it. But the problem is that there is... there's so many different things that people are coming at this game for that are making it, like, not succeed. There's people that, because it's a PlayStation game, specifically don't want to support it because they don't want to give PlayStation the idea that they should be doing anything other than make single player games. That's part of this. Another part of it is the people going out of their way to, like, call the game woke because there are a couple things in it that are, like, slightly supportive of people that aren't just the average person. Which, like... my god, this is such a, like... It's becoming clear that there's literally no way to be inclusive of anything at all without, like, being labeled as woke, and that there's something wrong with your product. Like, that, the line is like 1%. Literally. Like, the fact that there's pronouns is extremely, completely irrelevant and does not matter. And that's like 1%. But when you cross that line, suddenly it's too far. Like, what? So basically, like, you have to go 0%. Let you enjoy the game in peace. That's what I'm saying, little. It's quite interesting to watch. Anything with anything in it is woke. I wonder if the person you're debating considers the boys woke. I can't comment on the boys. I don't know. I mean, probably. If there's any sort of controversy in any regard, I'm bored. Okay. Bye. I just find it funny to talk to people like that. It's honestly, like, very amusing. It gives me great pleasure. I think that there can be a line where there is, like, too much, like, forced diversity and inclusion. I think that is a thing. But when you call everything that, then your argument, like, it gets completely drowned out. I need a Discord voice chat. I mean, I have one. I don't know if I would necessarily... Somebody that's going to talk like that is not... The conversation is probably not going to go in a great direction. There was a really funny Reddit comment that was like, what people think the game looks like. Oh my god. Him on PS5. Increased him. Oh my god, it's everywhere. Level he. Oh my god. Dude. You know what the funny part about this is? The dispenser. Oh my god. The funny thing about this is so over the top that it would actually Be awesome. Oh my god. More he him bombs with he him damage. You know what's funny about this is that it actually has like, I feel like if this weren't so tied to like a political message in people's minds, regardless of all of that, this has like a lot of functionality in this game specifically when all these characters like this literally like a yellow piece of metal. Like, how are you supposed to know? A lot of these characters are pretty ambiguous. Any like sci-fi game, it actually has like outside of the political messaging side of it, if you are deeming it that, has use in a regard that would probably be more widely accepted like 20 years ago before this got turned into people arguing about whether or not it's like woke. Yeah, that's funny. Improved he himmy. It's been fun. You have to leave soccer practice finishing up. It's been fun hanging out with you. Stop back in another time. Appreciate it, Boogeyman. Thanks for hanging out. Nice chatting with you. Oh man. Well. All right, let's see if I can finish watching this. Now I've completely lost track of what's even happening.
Dance for everything. I'm just in the wilds. It just doesn't seem right to let him walk.
Time to move.
Duchess, hold up.
What for?
Them. Silly organics.
What is this?
Slow them down.
I can, but not for long.
So let's hurry. Hi there.
You'll never get out of here alive.
Are you sure about that?
You may need that ammo for more pressing matters.
This is a pressing.
They have broken through! Tips! Our time is up!
Download's done in 14 seconds.
Roka! I need your help! Roka! Now!
Data's in hand. Let's move.
Good luck answering.
These animations are so good, actually. I almost think it's kind of like a weird I wonder about the decision of like making the game look the way that it does and then making these animations look the way that they do, and like how those might clash with each other. Like they don't necessarily clash, but I find it weird that there's not a unified art style. Like either the game should look like the animation or the animations like should just be the same as the in-game vignettes, I guess. But like I like the animations a lot, so it's almost like, man, it would be cool if the game looked like this, I guess. But I don't know how like viable that actually is as a thing to do. Obviously they can't just suddenly change that now, but that is interesting to think about. I think it might be because I think people are having more of a positive response in terms of what things, what it looks like, more of a positive reaction to the animation itself as opposed to what the game looks like. See, like this like I'm not trying to take these comments very seriously at all, but um even the people that are mindlessly hating on the game, calling the game looking like beige walls is ridiculous. But I do think that people like this more. I like this more. I like the way the game looks. It looks great, but um, I think this would set it apart if somehow they made the game look like this animation. Because it's pretty great. First few Overwatch shorts had a different way of being rendered. You can see it with how Tracer's off model compared to the game. It has to do with how game models don't have the same rigging and animate ability as the game models, and then the vignettes are a ton of mocap. Yeah, that's definitely very obvious that the because that's where you're getting all that Sony production money in the motion capture of the actual in-game cutscenes. Johnny Waffles. What up? We just had somebody else from the LSM Discord come in here. Boogeyman. Cool to see the rocket chick without a helmet. It is. That's not what I don't know. I didn't even, like, honestly, I was like, is this just the robot? Boogie's a good man. Good to know. But yeah, she looks pretty cool. Did I ever get to call an interview? Wait, what the? Wait, what? Biobadger? No? How do you know that? It's Lashes. Boom! Hey! Is he still here? No, I think Boogie just left. But yeah, I did not expect... I don't know what I expected. Anybody with a helmet, I just assume they, like, don't have a face, you know? Also, wait a minute. I know I heard it, but is it Roka? Not Raka? Roka makes more sense, but Raka makes more sense. Raka. Okay, I did Biobadger. Okay, I didn't know you'd been here before, Biobadger. My bad. No, I asked him about it in like DMs. Yeah, I wanted to do something like that. I think that it would be interesting because yeah, I was trying to get myself like in more. I would like to talk to people that are being negative about this game and like try to have reasonable conversation. Obviously, that person that just came here in the YouTube chat is like insane. Like, there's obviously so many people that are actually insane that that speak negatively, but there's also people that are definitely reasonable that are just assuming that the people that are crazy that are being negative are speaking the truth, which, like, those are the people you have to try to reason with, not the people that are actually just off the deep end, you know? But yeah, she's cool. I would like, I don't know. This animation like makes me like her more. I guess I had no opinion of her beforehand, but I don't like rocket launcher style weapons though. She's not really my play style. Although maybe she is. I don't know. I think she's like floaty though. The whole point of her is that you like jump up in the air and kind of like float around and shoot things. It's not really what I like to do in shooters or any game. So I don't think I'm really gonna use her. But yeah, this is cool. I'm gonna let this play through. Sorry, Bethany, welcome on in. I was caught up in conversation of some sort. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to figure out what the heck's going on, you know? Man. This stuff is cool. Like, I'm just I'm always down. I'm just always going to be totally honest. Stuff like this, I don't care about, but I can also appreciate that it's cool. And I can even, like, I like it but it's like something that I don't need, I guess. It's like completely additive to me. But literally so is like skins and stuff. Like that stuff doesn't matter to me either. I feel like I'm just some like completely unique, weird, off case of person because nobody ever talks as like neutrally as I do about a lot of things. Everyone is so apparently like just extremely passionate, whether or not they're like hating on something or loving something. Like extremely passionate about skins and how microtransactions work and battle passes and like or what they want out of a game and how often they need for new things to happen. And I'm just like, I don't care. I mean, like, if I like the game, I'm just gonna play it. You know who else is passionate about skins? Are you about to say something wild? Oh boy. Okay, I thought you were going that route, but like I thought you were gonna say like what is it, Hannibal Lecter? Or well, who's oh god, what's his name in The Last of Us? The freaking cannibal. Oh god, what's his name? David, yes. Thought that's the route you were going. You know who else likes skins? David. Does he have a last name? Probably. My IRL name is also David. Your name's not Johnny? Should I be upset about this?
Oh yeah, I got this.
Man, I want to play this game. I just love the style too. Like your last name's not Waffles. Well, that I assumed. Where did you get the name Johnny then? Why Johnny? Johnny or Johnny?
Next.
Oh, what's happening? What's happening? I'm not looking. What's happening? Bulska! Thank you for the follow. Welcome. How do you do? I followed. You did. Hello. Mystery I may eventually solve. Eventually? Well, what does that mean? +1. Came here for Jam Jam's Twitch. Oh, cool. Wait, how'd you do that? I thought Jam Jam said they were going to bed. How did you find your way here from there if they're sleeping? The absolute jump scare. Me? Did I get jump scared or did it jump scare you? The site refers to the play. Oh, wow. Damn. Well, there you go. Welcome. Jump scared yourself? Are you interested in Concord? Bolska? I like saying your name. Hopefully I'm saying it right. I'm just disappointed in the internet, I guess is what I've... You played a ton? Oh, nice. Nice. Cool. I'm just disappointed in the internet, to be perfectly honest. This is where we're drawing the line as this is unacceptable. This! Are people just, like... I don't even know. This is unacceptable, but things that are clearly much worse than this, very acceptable. I feel like I'm living in like a bizarro universe. Oh man. I feel like she's pretty hard to use. There's no way that kills him. Kill Starchild in one blow. No way. I refuse. Anyways, I just love the visual like presentation. I love the transition here. Literally, I'm assuming damage. Yeah, it's misleading though. That's what I'm trying to say. They're trying to make her look better than she is. No, he just died again. No way. No way that kills him. They showed Starchild dying twice. What is this? This is anti-Starchild propaganda, is what it is. I can't believe this. Man, Starchild's my boy. I don't like this. I like the one skin of Starchild that makes it so his face is not such a different color than the rest of his body. I was saying that earlier. It's actually something I don't like about Starchild is how just absolutely wildly different his face is compared to the rest. So I really like this one. I don't actually like this color. Shit. Just help me out here. This one. I like this because it stays in like the same general area. It's greenish, you know? Like, we're getting a little too wide. What is this? Wario and Waluigi colors? What is this? Now he's got a crown. Minty fresh. Yeah. He looks like he's actually about to like go to war. He's got the army pants on. It's for the rave parties. Yeah, well, you see, I don't go to rave parties. That's what I'm saying. Also, he's got... Hold up. I just realized. Is this a God of War nod? He's starting to kind of look like Kratos here with this shoulder guard. See, that's one thing that I actually would be interested in cosmetically. Basic Barbarian 101. Listen. You're right. But I'm going to give all credit to Kratos, okay? Kratos gets all the credit. If they are able to lean into the fact that they're a PlayStation studio and can like make use of other IP, perhaps, whether it be like actual Barbarian. Oh no. Not even like, I don't want them to get like insane and literally transform Starchild into Kratos, but I feel like Kratos themed Starchild attire is kind of interesting to me. But again, I don't really care about cosmetics, but that's something that would be pretty cool if they do it tastefully, like nods to PlayStation IP. There's a lot of I'm sure there's a lot of like crossover potential. That would be cool.
One titanium water valve, just like the Salt Lord ordered. Had to break a few noses to get it, but hey, just a day at the office.
Any robotic devices?
We got a D&D fan, huh? Or two. I'm not a D&D fan, but I am a Baldur's Gate 3 fan and a Divinity Original Sin 2 fan.
Hey, watch it. It's fine. You go ahead.
Co-DMs. Oh, well. Wow. Okay. There you go. I don't think I would... Well, maybe I would. Maybe if I had something to... I had a few drinks, I could participate in D&D. I'm not openly outgoing enough. Or confident enough in person, generally, to be able to participate in something like D&D. I feel like I would be too shy to do so. But I see why people like it. And I definitely like it when it's in video game form. Or at least when Larian does it. I mean, I don't really know about any other instances of it being done. Never played anything outside of what Larian's done. I actually like Divinity Original Sin 2 more than Baldur's Gate 3 in some ways, outside of its obvious uptick in like budget and production value.
Once you do them credit, Amari. Every day.
Would love to stick around, but we got a job to wrap. Oh, and a little friendly feedback. This place is a mess.
Mondo Zappa, glad I found your previous stream discussing the unnecessary hate Concord's receiving. Heck yeah, hello. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. I'm just going over random stuff at the moment, just kind of chilling. Is there anything else that I missed? I read through all of this, right? Yeah. Are these tags? These are the only tags. Concord Firewalk. I guess like I didn't really go over this. Well, I did at the beginning of the stream. I just hold on. Baldur's Gate 3 is actually very close to how D&D 5e actually plays in combat. Lots of differences, but the core is very much the same. So I've heard. So I've heard. I just like playing a video game though. When it comes to almost anything, I'm like, I'd rather be playing a video game. If I'm doing any sort of other form of entertainment, I'm just like, I wish this was a video game, or I wish I was playing a video game. Other than like music, because music is awesome. But like when it's a show or like a board game or a movie, I'm just like, why can't this be a video game? Really hyped for the game and already have over 25 hours in it. Same. I think I have around that much. The beta was awesome. I'm excited for it too. It plays great, looks great, sounds great, feels great. All the things that matter are great. The things that don't matter, though, seem to be garnering a lot of attention. Isn't that just wonderful? That's exactly how we should be criticizing video games. Criticize the things that don't matter and downplay the things that do. Yeah! Yeah! Great talk. Great talk. What is my favorite crew bonus strat? Well, I pretty much stuck to the same thing. I don't know if it's my favorite, it's just what I did. I didn't experiment a lot. But that's kind of how I tend to play games. I tend to like focus in on one thing and then just do it over and over again. So my goal was to either end up on Lennox or Starchild every match, because those are the two that I feel like I'm best at. So in order to make that, basically I just picked characters that would make them better. So I would start with, at first I was starting with Baz to get the movement boost, the Haunt, but then I realized I actually liked Duchess for that. I liked her better. Either one of them though, I like them. And then you get the speed. To me, you have to like, it's actually a complaint that I have with the game is that I wish everything felt at baseline how it feels after you get your improved mobility, and then from there you should be able to get improved mobility. Because to me, like, people complain the game is slow, and I think that's a valid complaint, and I also feel the same. Until you get your mobility improvement, then I'm like, okay, now this game feels good. So like, just do that, just do it in the first place. Maybe like make Haunt not quite affect everything so much, or like give give everyone improved mobility by default. Like make that the baseline, and then make whatever Haunt gives you involve mobility, but maybe like specifically like your jump distance, or like, I don't know, like your climbing speed, and just various things that are not necessarily your movement speed, but increase how quickly you can do things, other than reloading, obviously, because that's a separate thing. A lot of these comes down to doing things more efficiently. Like, that's kind of the point of all of this. But 3 of them are specifically like speed related: the faster dodge, cooldown, faster reload, and improved mobility, which to me are the things that I care about here. Got to bounce, but thanks for the stream. Appreciate it. Bio Badger, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you another time, perhaps. So yeah, so I would always start off with one of the Haunts, and then I would go to somebody that gave me the faster reload speed, because I also like that a lot. David Sameyer, you're trying hard to understand the hate the game's getting. Well, I'm not, because hold on. I don't want to get lost on my thought right now. I want to finish what I'm saying, but I will get back to what you said. Faster reload speed is next because, again, all of this comes down to I just want to do everything faster. That's how I feel about every video game, though. Whenever there's like a skill tree or anything, I always go for whatever makes things happen faster or whatever makes me faster first. That's usually like my first inclination. Whether it be like you swing your weapon faster, or you move faster, you jump faster, dodge faster, reload faster, freaking get skill points faster, whatever it is, speed is always of top priority for me in every video game, single player or multiplayer. So it's no different in this. Go for improved mobility, then go for improved reload speed. Daw is the only character that I like decently. I don't like Daw very much, but like the only choice here for me. I don't like the other two characters. They don't do enough damage in the way that I like to do damage. I like very direct, upfront, like force. That's how I play games. And Daw just does that the best. Need to dig a bit deeper into create a crew. Yeah, it's kind of like the most important part, so you definitely should do that. You could never remember all this. You don't really have to remember all of it. Like nothing. Like, you know, hold on. Can I visualize this? All that matters is this line here. This stuff. Everything above and under this doesn't matter. Never been into a multiplayer game? I've been trying to say, like, this is a game, to me, like, I was getting a lot of shit for making this statement also. Well, not a lot, sorry. A couple people have spoken out against this opinion of mine, but I feel like this game isn't for the hardcore multiplayer PC shooter only crowd, like the people that only play those games. To me, this game is more appealing to somebody who doesn't always only play multiplayer games, likes to play a variety of games, and is interested in PlayStation and their like quality seal of approval or whatever the heck. Like, it's a different group to me. More of the hate is coming from the people that only play like Fortnite on PC or Counter-Strike or Valorant or whatever. That's where you're going to get most of the hate directed at this game, because it's not that. It feels a little bit more casual, and I'm not saying that as a negative. I'm saying that as a either neutral or positive statement, however you want to take it. It's not a negative statement. It's a more casual, friendly, visually, like cinematically appealing multiplayer shooter, and that's its own unique take, and that's fine. But people are like, I feel like people are looking at this as if like it needs to be PlayStation's extreme hardcore multiplayer shooter, and it's like, well, no. Why does it have to? Why does it have to be that? It doesn't have to be that. You're just saying it has to be that, and then getting mad when it's not that. Like, you can't just do that. You can't just decide what it's supposed to be and then get mad when it's not. It's stupid. Anyway, so I use the haunt, get the improved mobility, get the faster reload speed, and then I either go Star Child to Lennox or Lennox to Star Child. If I'm going to Lennox, if I'm going to end up on Star Child, it is better to go from Lennox to get the weapon range and then go to Star Child. But if I'm going to want to end up on Lennox, it's better to then go to Star Child to get the dodge cooldown, then Lennox, because then you can dodge faster to reload more efficiently. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, let me get back to something. I need to take a drink. I'm talking a lot. I'm going to get back to... David, I'm really trying hard to understand the hate this game is getting. It's really not hard to understand. The problem with understanding the hate is that it's coming from a lot of different angles. and it's very uncoordinated, and it's mostly unfair. There's totally valid criticisms in there, but they totally get mixed up with people being like, it's woke, it's trash. Like, anybody who says either of those words in regards to this game, their opinion is completely invalid and stupid, and you can just ignore them. So, moving on from those people, you are going to find some valid criticism. You are going to find people that genuinely don't enjoy the game that have played it for a considerable amount of time. That's totally valid. That's totally fine. There's reasons to not like this. It's a certain kind of shooter. It takes elements from a bunch of different things. Sloop? How would sloop mean ass? I don't know how I feel about the word sloop, though. They're... What, Lennox? Whoa, 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 whoa. What are we going? What's happening? All right. Anyways, it's pretty casual for a multiplayer FPS game. The game has some elements that balance a match and make bad matchups end real fast. True. I mean, like anything, though, it can be made... Anything can be turned into something that's competitive. It just depends on what the intent of the developer is, what they want it to be, what they're pushing as, like, the point, and what they're trying to show people. There's nothing wrong with the game not being competitive. There's also nothing wrong with the game being competitive. And there's nothing wrong with turning a game that's intended to be casual into something that is competitive, as obviously we've seen with Smash. Sakurai does not want it to be a competitive thing, clearly. But people keep doing it. You better believe it. Hopefully the game catches steam and the developers ignore the negativity because the game is solid quality and a good foundation to build on. I was actually saying earlier that I think it would be hilarious if... I think it's gotten to the point where, like, there's so many people that are a lost cause that, like, you can't do anything to change their mind, that we're at the point where it would actually be hilarious for them to embrace this, like, weird this weird label of this game being like the villain of video games for some reason, even though it's unwarranted. Sorry, I lost what I was saying because I was reading what you were saying. I think it would be funny if they went out of their way to, like, use the characters in game to, like, speak to the audience almost, because honestly that would feel on brand for the way that the way this game is written and the way the characters are written, where it's very, like, Marvel-esque. Do some fourth wall breaking. Have one of the characters, like, come out and, like, address the hate and, like, make fun of it. I think that would rally the people that are in favor of this game behind it in a way that hasn't really happened. I feel like a lot of people are indifferent towards this game, or kind of positive on it. It's like, it seems like people are either, like, positive on it or indifferent on it or very against it. But there's not, like, there's definitely not a sizable group of people that are, like, very passionately championing this game. And I think that something like that would garner that kind of response because it would be hilarious if done, like, correctly. I think that they could totally embrace the stupid comments and like go after them. I think it'd be hilarious, but it's obviously a PR nightmare. But if I had control of the studio, you better believe I'd be releasing like the weekly vignettes would literally be like highlighting YouTube comments and making fun of them. Oh my god, it'd be so fun. I'm not even kidding. I'm not kidding. I would absolutely do that. I think that it would just like the people that you're targeting are already a lost cause, or they're gonna respect you for like going out of your way. The crew reads YouTube comments. Yeah, do it. Like that's how you would. I'm not saying that. Like obviously that is a ridiculous way to go about it, which would probably backfire and not work. But that wouldn't stop me from trying to do it. I would totally do it. But uh, something like that is how you build personality with these characters that people are already writing off as not caring about. Like you have to. I feel like now you need to like make them feel like people and make them seem real in some way. If you're trying to play this up as like this narrative interactive experience, you got to like you got to make them internet personalities. And like I think that doing things like reading YouTube comments is on brand for what they're going for. They're just not like I don't think that I think there's a perception just looking at this game that these characters are just like, oh, they're all goofy and wacky and silly. But the story stuff is being presented as self-serious, and I don't think that that's the right angle. I feel like you got to lean into the wacky and like just have these characters say some wild shit. Like maybe not all of them. They don't need to all have the same personality. Some of them would obviously not be like this. Lean into the tomfoolery, exactly. You got to tomfool around a little bit. I think that's what because you could even boil this down to something very like a very generic way of looking at it, where it's like if you're going to be interested in a person or a character, it's likely because of either you're interested in the way that they look and a very surface level thing, or you're interested in like what kind of person they are and like do they make you laugh. So it's almost like, okay, clearly, right or not, the characters' designs themselves are not wildly appealing to people that like video games. Clearly. I'm like, and also I'm in that camp, but nowhere near to the degree of obviously the people being insane about it. I don't like most of the designs of the characters. So like, then you got to lean on the personality. You got to lean on the humor more. If you want people to like these characters, if they're not going to like them based on the way that they look, then you need to make them like them based on their personality. And the best way to do that is by being funny. And the best way to be funny is to like just be ridiculous or clever or like make clever use of the medium itself. And the way that they're presenting characters right now is by showing them in serious situations. And I feel like you should be putting them in ridiculous situations or like fourth wall breaking situations. I think you should lean into that. I'm kind of just figuring this out as I'm talking about it right now, but I'm starting to like believe myself. I had no intent of talking about this, or I hadn't had this thought until the last like 10 minutes. But now I'm feeling passionate about it. Top 3 and bottom 3, in what way? Like, how, are you talking about based on what I was just saying in terms of the way that they look? There's some missing there, right? Where's... oh, is this all of them? This is all. right? Don't agree with breaking the fourth wall too much, as that can undo immersion this early in the narrative. Visual design, top and bottom. Okay. I mean, I don't agree with it either. Like, in a way, to be fair, I'm like, I don't like fourth wall breaking stuff. I'm saying it more as like as an aside. I think that I just think I think that the position that they're in, you're not gonna okay, so I think the position that you're in, you're not gonna put anyone off that's already interested. So you only have something to gain if you were to like start releasing videos of one of these characters, whoever, whatever character you want to like deem as the one that would do something like this, whether that probably seemingly that would be like Lennox based on the way that they presented him so far, to just be an idiot. Like literally release very short clips of him like directly addressing things that people apparently don't like about this game and like making fun of them. I think that that would be so funny. And that shows like a willingness to Tom fool around, you know. Anyways, it would probably end horribly and ruin the game, but ain't gonna stop me. Anyways, what's your top 3 and bottom 3 in terms of visual design? I feel like I need the entire character, not just their headshots. Is there an easy way to find all of them? I think there is. Let me find it. Oh, perfect. Okay. Top 3 and bottom 3. Visually. Okay. I don't care for one off at all, but that I get this is going to be extremely subjective, obviously. Um, I don't I don't know if I've ever liked a robot of any sort in any media. Like I don't really I don't like sci-fi, to be perfectly honest, which is probably funny considering I like this game. Clearly it doesn't have that much of an impact, but like I really don't like sci-fi. So I don't like robots. Those aren't necessarily tied together, but whatever. So one off I don't like at all. He might be at the bottom. Baz, I like her except for her glasses, and her glasses are such a central point of the what you see when you look at the character. Uh that it kind of makes me not like her design. Um Daw, I don't like the design of at all. Okay, DeVere's definitely probably the my least favorite. Um Probably. Duchess I actually kind of like. She's cool. She got like gold hands. And I like the purple dress. She's pretty cool looking. Amari, I'm not a fan of because she has armor on, which normally I would like, but I don't like round armor. I don't like round design of anything really. I like really sharp, edgy stuff. especially when it comes to armor. And everything about her is round, and I don't like that. And I don't like the coloring either of like this weird like pastel green and like tan. Not really a fan. Baz, I love her red coat and her purple hair. Like her color style I like a lot. It's just her glasses I don't like. And then I like Duchess's coloring here with the purple and gold. That's really cool. Hamar I think is probably one of the better looking characters. Itzy I'm not a fan of at all. I don't like I don't really like anything about her design. Jabali is pretty cool. Kind of neutral on him, I think. Uh, Kips, not a fan at all. Again, I don't know if she's like a robot or something. Um, again, very round design. I don't like the round glasses. We got the head that is very clearly just like round. Lark, not a fan at all. Uh, Mushroom head. I don't know. Is that what's happening here? I don't really know. Not I don't like anything. I don't really. It's gonna be hard to get me to like a character that's alien like Itzy, Lark. I'm kind of out. Lennox, I don't like. Again, he's like, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't like this. Like this is where I am on board with people's criticism of the characters. I just don't. I don't really like any of them. Except Hamar, I think, is great. Broca, Rauka, I think she's all right. I like her better without the helmet, that's for sure. Um, but she is kind of like Doom Guy looking. Starchild I like, except for the fact that his face is a drastically different color than the rest of his body. Don't like that. Otherwise, I like him a lot. But that's kind of the key feature again. Teo, I mean, he's clearly meant to be like the most generic soldier looking person. And for that reason, I don't find him very interesting either. See, that's the funny thing about this is like, I don't like a lot of these characters because of how unique they look, but then I also don't like him because of how generic he looks. Vale, I think, looks good. The Mario. Oh, the Mario. Yes, the Mario. He's the Mario. Well, the Mario I feel like is Lennox. They're trying to push Lennox as like the main character. Or Lennox and Hamar, it seems like. Races or factions. Yeah, I could see that. Well, that's part of like the somewhat reasonable thing that comes in. Exahol, yeah, it might be something like that. Honestly, I'm pretty negative generally. I'm just very into like I love how my top 3 apparently based on what I said is all of the ladies because I also like Duchess. My top and Baz outside of her glasses. I don't know if I like any of the guys. I mean, I like Starchild, but with a different skin where his face isn't a different color, I like Starchild, which that already exists. Clearly, there is that green one, so I think that solves that problem for me. But obviously this stuff doesn't really matter to me. Minty fresh Star Child. Yeah. They should have established some sort of traces or factions to give them distinctive, or sorry, races. Damn, did I do that twice where I read it wrong and then or I read it right, but then didn't read your correction? Well, and to be fair, also, let me go back over here. Some of these do make the characters look better. I already said I like Hamar, but like, first of all, this Star Child that's definitely better to me. Let's see, are any of these better? I mean, I like it. Yellow's my least favorite color. This is almost orange, but it's like, I don't like his color scheme. If his color scheme is a little bit different, like that's a little bit better. But again, I don't like this because he has a round freaking life jacket looking jacket on. Vest, whatever this is. Everything, we got too much round stuff. This is why I don't like a lot of modern Pokemon designs. Well, sorry, the very Scarlet and Violet designs, because there's so many round cutesy Pokemon. I'm like, no. Like, it looks like he's wearing bubble wrap or something. I want like, but then the hair here is ridiculous in the other direction. So who knows? Yeah, and he doesn't look too different. That one's a little weird. But let me go back. So Itzy, yeah, Itzy's just we're just gonna do literally anything and have it be insane character. Yeah. Not my kind of character at all. Jabali, does he look better? Yeah. I like these other colors better. He's got a good design. He's a cool dude. Hamar definitely looks better with this one. This is her with this is like the best looking character in this game. For sure. No contest. Like, love this. Everything going on here. Again, her too round. Way too round. I could like her design. But it just like... She looks like... what is it? What are they called? The Brotherhood of Steel in Fallout. Like, it reminds me of those things. Though, like... But, like, it doesn't look as cool. Like, I do think that this game, there's a legitimate sense of complaint about this game that it is not cool enough. And I think that there's truth there. I think that is something that that is a genuine put off to some people, that is a fair put off. I don't think the game is cool enough. However, everyone's going to have a different definition of what that means, but I think the most general definition of it is not met in the characters' designs here. I do think that. I think that's like, they're not, I don't think that they're cool. Like, it's a very childish way of putting it. Oh, Warhammer 40K Space Marine. Is that what I played? I did not like that game. I played it. Warhammer 40K Space Marine. Yeah. Yeah, the blue one. It does. Yes, it does look like that, and I don't like that design at all. I think it's ugly. I don't like round design, man. Not ever. I don't like it in cars. I don't like it in characters. I don't like it in armor. I don't like it in Pokemon. I don't like it in anything. I like those edgy types. All right, let me go back. I missed something. I'm openly admitting to my love of the edge. Always have. But yeah, about them having races or factions to have a more distinctive look. I agree in that regard. It does feel like they're just kind of a bunch of random, just a random mishmash of characters. Which, like, maybe that has something to do with the game's just starting out, and there's not really any way to know any of this information, and this is something that they're going to continue to elaborate on over time, but I know what you mean in terms of, like, Mass Effect is a great example. Like, I don't even like Mass Effect that much, but it's obviously massively popular, and I like them. They are great. I played 2 and 3 at least. I didn't play 1 or mm, Andromeda, probably for good reason. But anyways, uh, a big thing in there is like the very distinct and like interesting different races. And I think maybe this could benefit from that. Who knows? People forgot about unlocking skins and want to see storefront of them day one, but they complain about said storefront. Yeah. Who knows? All right. Good night, Bolska and Exahol. Appreciate you hanging out on stream. All right. Well, whew, that was a lot. There's so much to talk about, isn't there? Well, that might be it for me. I might play a little bit of Slay the Spire. Just cause. Give me a second here. Turn off the internet. So, let's do it. I think that's going to be it for me for the Concord stuff. I'm going to play a little bit of Slay the Spire. Can I? What's happening here? Oh, there we go. Noise. Man, I gotta go individually all the way over to YouTube and then tell it that I'm playing Slay the Spire. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Edit video. There we go. Nice. Oh, okay. I'll take some money. All right, let's go straight for it. Dang you. Don't love any of these. Bring it back now. Damn it. Well, that sucked. I needed another attack. Of course I'll take a card removal. And I'll do another one. Try and stop me. Take another sword boomerang. Really hope that I get some sort of strength. Oh, fuck me. Well. There, I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. Bum, 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 bum. Why did I do that, you ask? Wouldn't you like to know, I say? I couldn't tell you. Okay. We're gonna pretend like I didn't do that. Is this going to screw me over? Probably. Yep. Ah, fruit. Okay. That was exactly the elite that I wanted to get right here. Now all I gotta do is get Whirlwind back. Sweet. Dang it. Good old upgraded Whirlwind. Would love a lantern when I can start with Whirlwind. Not quite. Yeah. What kind of weird noise is that? Perfect. You know what? I'll take it. Sweet. Perfect. Now give it to me. There it is. Oh, you weakened me. You suck. Be nice if that Whirlwind came back real quick. Or not. Well, I can kill this one. Guess that's the plan. Do I block it? It's a lot of damage. A little late on that. Move a strike. Oh, almost proceeded. Do I want this? This would be really good if I start with Whirlwind. Alright. Oh, give it to me. Damn it. I had one hope. Well, that wasn't so bad. Alright, that was alright. Alright, I'm gonna need a lot more drawing. Drawing, as one might say. This will be good for this fight. Good start. Not great. Perfect. Hit me. Now take a lot of damage. Not as much as I had hoped. It's fine though. Kill him. Ah. Easy. Who am I joking? It's obviously offering. Runic Pyramid. Transform, strike, and defend. That's pretty spicy. Take the key. I do have at least a very slight benefit to having a curse if that happens. Thought about it. Play everything. Damn it. No! Oh my god, I'm taking so much damage for one. Why? I would have been fully healed. That sucks. Extra strength Tylenol. Evolve kinda good. Pick what game you play next. Between 4? Holy crap, that's a lot. That's quite an undertaking. This would kill one of them. What would they be? Got him. You suck. Ouch. Dead Space remake, I'm assuming. Last of Us 1 remake, Talos Principle 2, Baldur's Gate 3. Oh no. Well, one of those is twice the length of all three of those other ones put together. Oh, this would actually kill him. Wow. So, I mean, that's tough. I mean, the answer is Baldur's Gate 3, but like, are you interested in playing a more of a variety in the next couple months, or just that? Yeah. Well, yeah. Do it. I don't know if I would like. I've never played Talos Principle 1 or 2. I barely know what they are. I don't think I would like them. They're just like strictly puzzle games, right? Oh wow, this is Kill Wolfen? Oh boy. I knew I should have started with that. That was so, man, getting that on the first turn is very lucky. Do you think I'd like them? Oh. Weird. Very weird. Alright, I'm using cards I don't use too often, but... Alan Wake 2? Oh god, next year. Do I bother with offering? I feel like I don't need it in this instance. I'm gonna not do it. If I don't have to, I don't need to. I think I was very correct in my assumption. Double an attack or power card? You know what? I might actually do that. Screw it. Ooh. Oh, dude. Now I have to, Man. I have to find a way to get the bottle. Gotta get the bottle. Dude, it'd be so crazy to start with that move. Honestly, I shouldn't even attack. It's gonna do so much damage. This might be a dumb move, but I'm gonna wait. Damn it, I'm not getting it. Haven't gotten hurt yet. There it is. It's not gonna kill him. Shit. Oh, I'm so stupid. I cannot believe I just did that. Oh my god. Oh no. Hello, Eddie. Oh shit. What the heck? How's it going, Eddie? I'm just gonna... That was, just pretend like I didn't do that. Eddie, 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 Eddie the Eddie. I think that's the character in that Donkey Kong show. Am I right? Or am I right? Why are you hurting me so much? Damn you. I don't have a use for that. Alright, let's move on. Move it or lose it. Scatty. Anyways, yeah, play Baldur's Gate 3, Cody. You must. You simply must. It's inevitable. Man, why do I gotta keep, like, almost killing people? Am I actually dead? Oh shit, I wouldn't have been if I used this. I'm gonna off myself before you have the chance. Ha! Alright. Oh, transform 2 cards. I don't really like starting with a curse. I don't like taking the boring ones, but I guess I'll just take 100 gold. It's so boring. It doesn't feel like it's Tuesday. Spent all weekend in like a cabin up north. And now I'm just like, it feels weird being back home. It's not a very good card. This isn't good yet. Need some damage. Where's the poison? Huh. Oh. It's gonna be nice to sleep in my own bed tonight. Hmm. Right, right. Don't need to get carried away. Ooh, upgrade. Love a good calculated gamble upgrade. Okay, I better be able to get the poison on him. Oh, fuck, I can't. Great. Bad start. I have to use that poison. That's the only way I'm killing him. Damn it. Damn you. Oh. He better die this turn. And he didn't. Well, that was interesting. Yeah, that didn't go well. I didn't have, like, anything there to try to fight that elite with. I might have been able to beat the other guy. I don't know. Anyways, that's going to be it for me. Oh. I am tired. Oh. So, I will see you all another time. Hope you have a good night. And farewell. Cody, play Baldur's Gate. Do it. I dare ya. Good night, good night.